our data is very strange. That training system, these are the two training system, and these three are the these two are the two soil management, and these three are the training system. But we totally lack one modality, and this causes a lot of problem. When we do ANOVA, we have three options, three type, and because the problem I mentioned here, if we do ANOVA type 1, and when we write our model in this formula, and if we change the order, like putting training system first or putting soil management first, it will make difference. And also the teacher Benedict told us it's not a good choice to use ANOVA type 1. And for the ANOVA type 2, we cannot consider interaction. It means if there's interaction between soil management and training system, the ANOVA type 2 cannot, we cannot, like if there's interaction and the ANOVA type 2 will do because ANOVA type 2 is assuming there's no interaction. So it's not correct to use ANOVA type 2 for the data that there is interaction. It's a wrong thing. And the ANOVA type 3, they can consider interaction, but the data have to be balanced. It means here cannot be 0. Everywhere should be 100. But we don't have this here. So if we really want to do ANOVA type 3, then we have to drop this training system. But I think it won't be good because we totally lack one training system, and I don't know what to analyze if we only put these two. So our final decision become a little complicated. So first, we have our data. The data means one column of variable, like this. This is one column, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is different date. That's what I said before. So we have the data, and first we test, because before we do ANOVA, we have to check. Theoretically, we have to check three things: normality, equivariance, and independence. And we just assume it's independent, so we don't check that. And first we check normality. If it's not following normal distribution, we do Cruz-Coalesce test. And then if it's following normal distribution, then it's fine. We will keep going. And for the equivariance, I first do Loving test, so we will get a p-value in Loving test, and if it's not, and I also do after I got the p-value of Loving test, I actually plot those variable, like those columns that doesn't follow equivariance, as what I said in the last video. And in today's meeting, the teacher check the plot I do, and she said maybe we just ignore those that are not seriously so equal, like this is very unequal, like you can see it's so different. And but like this, maybe we don't have to be that strict, just consider it as equivariance. And this is also very there's one that is super this one is super unequal, so it's very bad. All the plot here is not equivariance according to Loving test. Then I do this plot, but maybe some of them are not that unequal, so we don't have to be too worried. But for those that are too unequal, maybe we have to write in our report that it is very unequal, and so actually maybe the ANOVA result won't be very reliable. We just write like this in the report, because if we really want to deal with this problem, we have to do very complicated test, and the teacher said it's too complicated, and I also don't want to do it. I think it's impossible to do it. So this is for equivariance. And then back to here. After we check the normal distribution and it's good, then first, the goal now is to use type 2, because type 1 it's not reasonable to use that, and type 3 we have to delete our data, so it's also doesn't make sense. So the goal is to use type 2, but in the same time, Martha asked us to consider interaction. So we use a strange way to consider interaction first. We write two models. The first one doesn't consider interaction, and the second one do consider interaction. And then we do an ANOVA between these two interactions, which is a type 3 ANOVA. And then we will get a p-value here. And we just consider this as interaction. So if the p-value here is less than 0.05, then there is interaction between training system and soil management. But if it's not less than 0.05, then we just consider it as there's no interaction. So we can go to type 2 smoothly. So here, if the interaction test shows there's no interaction, we go to ANOVA type 2. And if there is interaction, then I just do Welch one-way ANOVA. So, and then here for the ANOVA type 2, we will get the effect of soil management and training system respectively. And because there's only two type of soil management, so it just ends here. But for the training system, there's three training system. So if it significantly has an effect, then we go to Toki HSD to see which pairs are making effect. So okay. So this is the new one, and I think all the columns is the same as the old one, and just here is Welch, here is ANOVA, here is Toki, so it's almost the same.